Folks, today's video is on what is a draw in chess. Now, a draw is a lot more complicated than it seems, really, because there's a multitude of different ways, some of which you may well have never even heard of, that a draw can be achieved on the 64 squares. I'm going to probably have to split this into two parts because it does sound pretty stupid at face value, but there is actually quite a lot to delve into. First one, though, is really easy. We've got a position here that I'm sure all of you will have seen before. I'm really hoping you have anyway. We have the draw by agreement. Essentially, you look your opponent up and down, not in a strange way. You just say draw. If your opponent agrees, you shake hands, stop the clock. Job done. Congratulations, you have made a draw. That one's easy. But let's go into some other avenues. The next one we're going to explore is the threefold repetition, whereby if a position repeats itself 3 times with the same castling rights, same en passant rights, then a player can claim a draw. Now, a common way that this happens is, I'm sure you've all seen in the Ruy Lopez Open in the Berlin. Let's say here we get castles, and black takes the pawn. We get d4, knight d6, takes, here, 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 en passant, take. Now, here's where the repetition starts. That is a Berlin draw, and it ends with a threefold repetition. And that's also a little guide for how the Berlin draw goes, if you're so inclined. Now, the interesting part is, obviously, to claim this draw, you'd have to call an arbiter over, or obviously on chess.com it will just iron it out for you straight as a draw, simple. But we also have the lesser known fivefold repetition, whereby if we go here, 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 another 2 times, we get this position for the 5th time. No matter what happens in the rest of the game, draw can always be claimed or obtained, even if one person, they play on and then one person beats the other for whatever reason. The draw can always be obtained via a fivefold repetition. Now, this rarely ever happens, but it is written in the handbook, it is in the rules, so it does feel as though it's worth mentioning. I didn't even know this existed until like 20 minutes ago, so believe me, it's weird. It's a very weird one. But yeah, threefold repetition, probably the most common way of drawing a game there is in chess. Everyone will have done it at some point. So, next one is a bit more tenuous. Doesn't even really have a name. It's the dead draw position, I guess, is the way you would describe it. Here, both sides have 8 pawns each. Black even has a bishop. The structure is completely locked. But this position is a draw because what can either side actually do? Neither can really break through, and even the computer doesn't understand it. The eval bar says minus 1.5 because it just sees, oh, black is up a bishop. Oh my god, yay. No, again, it doesn't mean anything because white's pawns only control dark squares, so you can't even sacrifice your bishop in the hopes of trying to create a breakthrough. If this was a dark squared bishop, it would be a win. But because neither side can actually smash through, this is just a draw. And again, this is one where, as far as I'm aware, chess.com won't flag it immediately as a draw. You do have to play on. But if you just, shuffle kings backwards and forwards, don't be a fool, just make the draw, because trying to flag someone in this position is probably the scummiest thing you can ever do. But of course, over the board, no one plays on here. This is just a draw. Not that this position would ever happen. I mean, look at it, it's ridiculous, but again, worth noting. Now, here comes everybody's favourite. Here we have an eclectic mix of mate in one options. You have 5 choices, but tragedy strikes, you mouse slip, queen c7, and suddenly the game fizzles out and it's a draw. Black only has one piece to move. Black must make a move, because white has just played, so now black must play. But black can't, because all these squares are being controlled by the queen. Black therefore has no legal moves. The game is a draw. Stalemate. Tragedy has struck every single person watching this with stalemate. No doubt you've also wriggled your way out of stupid positions with it as well. But it is important. It is an important drawing mechanism because, I mean, without it, I mean, is this really going to be checkmate otherwise? Like, how else do you govern it? It just kind of has to be a draw, doesn't it? There's no other way. And that is a little introduction, little taster session into some various draw options. I'm going to do another video because there's a lot more to cover. We've got 50 move rule, we've got insufficient material is a big one. There's a lot to dive into with that. These are some of the simple ones, I guess, to begin with. So, thank you all for watching.